Hi there, Cookie Runners, and we're back in Project Trackday once again. Before we're gonna be reaching up to 1.5 million credits as well, we're gonna be getting inside of the Fuji International Speedway. That I must prevail, that we're gonna be taking into this much. Before we're gonna be getting inside into this circuit, which is absolutely pretty, that we're gonna be taking for a very long time. It looks like it's gonna be taking a little bit much. It should be gonna be taking for loads around instantly. So let's do about for this somewhere, and let's drive over to this thing. And right now inside of the Fuji International Speedway, we're gonna be using for a GT1LM cars, which has gotta be hard, and really hard. This track is going to get things very hard as well. So looks like we're gonna be stepping inside of the vehicle as well. Now, if we're gonna be going inside of the onboard view in the PG Motorsport, inside of their track limits as well, let's do for some kind of a little bit of lap times as possible, and we're staying a little bit down until it's going to be only further. So if this is absolutely very possible, but none of us, this is going to be very too much for this, going to be very heavy for this one. If this is what absolutely going to be taking all over to that one, and that is going to be, should be able to get impossible. But is this possible to do for a GT1LM cars inside of a Fuji race cars for just a little bit, inside of a Fuji Motor Speedway for just a little bit for somewhere? If this is absolutely going to be very impossible, I'm not going to be sure that was even more likely possible. And before we're going to be taking around for this straight, and this is what absolutely going to be take on to this one, let's start with this loud driver as well. It's going to be taking a little bit much longer, and we'll be going to be only one thing. This is going to be 4. I think I won't believe this is not absolutely going to be taking around for this strategy until the next around for the turn. In terms of these things as well, I'm going to be make sure I must complete lap times in Fuji International Speedway. And would you think this is going to be hard for me? And it will be absolutely trying to get all the way up into 7,000 RPM. So it looks like this absolute limited is going to be hitting throughout for the 7,000 RPM. And it won't be absolutely going to be making to this strategy until this is what absolutely going to be heading onto. Let's do for this time 1 minute and 35. And we're going to be taking a little bit slow into a first couple of corner, which is absolutely taking for 1 gear, into second, and around to gear third, and up into 4th gear, into 5th gear. So let's do for 150 board, which is absolutely going to be very possible as taking a little bit easy. 2 seconds behind, and we're absolutely taking for a little bit for this one. And it won't be absolutely taking for very much down to 3rd gear. I think we just absolutely went almost outside for this either. I might going to be taking a little bit slow, but with absolutely whatever to take around inside of the onboard vehicle's view. So this is what absolutely going to be taking inside of that view. It's not going to be taking them out from each possible, and it's going to be taking all over for this more place. I'm not pretty sure. We're at 0.8 seconds away. Looks like we just absolutely almost nailed the corner cut, as we just absolutely made things a little bit straight. Unfortunately, this vehicle is not doing for a literally fast lap times whatsoever. It's not going to be taking around for this hard things. Doing for a GT1 races is going to be very hard, and it's not going to be complaining to get all the way up to 7,500 RPM. 7,500 RPM is much going to be worth it as well. Until this is what absolutely going to be taking around for 196 miles an hour on 1 minute and 34, which is absolutely taking a little bit slower. But unfortunately, we can't able to do this. But maybe we just absolutely for taking for this next time. Let's get back into the garage, and we'll see another one. I really heard something in the chat filter. Do have the McLaren F1 have some good brakes? Looks like we're going to be getting all the way up into this one. So as you can see around in the chat filter, does McLaren have good brakes? I think we just absolutely already have. So all the way that I'm just going to be saying, this is the most powerful V8 vehicle that I just ever seen around for this one. So it looks like I'm just going to be going inside of the onboard view without going to get any corner cuts whatsoever. I'm just gonna be trying a little bit easy around the corners. But this is absolutely taking a little bit easy for this all the way down here, which is absolutely gonna be taking onto the PG Motorsport mode inside of this vehicle as well. So if this is absolutely gonna be making it as possible, we got 1 second, 0.5 seconds ahead. 1.5 seconds ahead of this guy. Now, in second lead for just a little bit for this one. Remember this guy in Le Mans, which is absolutely dead here into its last time. It does sound pretty loud, if it is absolutely very intensely cold. For just a little bit slower, until it's gear second to gear first, which is absolutely going to be taking around for this very hard either. I can't see about inside of this one. We're absolutely 0.1 seconds, 0.33 seconds for just a little bit one. I think we can't able to make around for a greater lap times as even possible. But don't worry about this moment. It is going to be taking for a very much as well. And it looks like it is absolutely outside of that corner. And before we're going to be making to this out, I'm just going to be using around for the PG Motorsport mode, which is absolutely using for a Gran Turismo 7 mode. It's going to be taking a little bit much until this is going to be very hard to do like this, until it's going to be taking for just a little bit yet. 1 minute and 35, the same lap record as this one. Looks like we're going to be taking around for a slow amount of good as well. I'm taking for the second gear. We're catching up for the GTE car now. And because of this one strategy, it's going to be taking for just a little bit for 100 board. So it's not going to be taking for just a little bit. 0.5 seconds behind. And this is absolutely, we could able to try to get around for the fastest lap times. And down to a closer one for a second gear. But I think I just might be able to get a little bit slow. And we're absolutely heading down to turn 6-7. It will be gotta be absolutely taking for just a little bit for lap times as well. And we're gonna be taking around for its first gear. I can't able to believe it. This is absolutely gonna be taking for so much more than I absolutely try to do like this. 0.5 seconds behind. Once again. So it looks like we're just absolutely taking on to the outside before we're going to be getting onto the inside as well. So it looks like we're taking a little bit slower until going up into this well. And it will be absolutely going to be taking around for the second gear. This is absolutely going to be taking a little bit better that I could be able to try to get all the way fast here to 155 miles an hour. It's going to be very quite as quick as possible. But before we're going to be make onto this only one thing, we're going to be hitting onto for a little bit for this one. 1 minute and 31 seconds. That is absolutely very better than the McLaren F1 GT1 Longtail. That was absolutely going to be heading back into the quick menu. I have to jump out of the vehicle. And let's get back into the garage that I say. We got a major task for me. That I'm going to be using the Porsche 966 for just a little bit run. This is the 996 we're taking for this vehicle into not the reality. It's a right-handed vehicle as well. If I'm going to be taking around for the onboard view, this is what absolutely taking for this one. It will be absolutely going to be taking inside of the onboard view vehicle as well. I'm not going to be taking around for this seriously. It won't be going to be taking as very much as well. Using a right-handed as well, and that is how the case the fastest vehicle that it was sprinted very fast as well. And I'm not going to be worrying about this vehicle, and because this vehicle is going to get yourselves around to explode your vehicle as well. And our first lap time was even bad. The first sector was very bad as well, 2 seconds in front of him, and it will be absolutely taking for another corner cut as well. 2 seconds of penalty, and we got our first corner cut as well for very this time. Inside of the onboard view, we won't be going to be taking for us very much down to turn 6-7 by using a nasty Porsche 996, which is absolutely going to be taking. Is this possible that you're using for the 996? And gladly it was sadly no. And because of this vehicle, what absolutely, oh no, we got another 2 seconds of penalty. I think it's not 2 seconds of penalty. That causing for 6 I mean 3 seconds of penalty for this time. So what absolutely ever to do is go back to PG Motorsport mode. If this is absolutely the case, I have to hit start for over and back into the So it is not going to be very good to display. I'm not going to be taking a little bit seriously, but this is absolutely the third sector. I was absolutely giving myself a huge corner cuts as well. So even this is absolutely very bad, but overall it's not going to be taking around for a gear 2. Looks like we're just absolutely taking for a little bit of outside, and here we go and about for this moment. So here we go, it's about time to get a little bit once. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. It was absolutely pretty wildly cursed as well. We missed shotting around here in the first corner. It was absolutely taking for a little bit time. Time to beat 1 minute and 30 seconds. It is not absolutely pretty good though. But looks like we're taking on the PG Motorsport, which is absolutely pretty last time. 0.1 seconds in front of us, which is absolutely taking for a little bit of corner view. So it looks like we're just absolutely going to be taking onto second gear. But it looks like we're making to this fast. And whatever it is, it's going to be taken for a little bit by using a keyboard. I suggest we're going to be enabled in the mouse control. So it looks like we just absolutely stay down. And this training was absolutely pretty not insane. So that was so nonsense about for snapping out of the exit. 0.5 seconds behind. That was absolutely pretty oddness. So it looks like we're going to be staying outside first. Go back to the inside and turn into gear number 1. And that was absolutely pretty quite slow. And looks like it's just absolutely almost going to be overshot against row. That was pretty hurt to this one as well. So it looks like we're going to be taking on to their chances as well. And we're pushing on to, it's going to be gear itself. It's going to be a lot of this one is absolutely going to be taking on to 177 to 186. I think we just absolutely made for 1 minute and 30 seconds. That was the fastest ever lap time that I ever seen for this in my entire for this a little bit thing. So that was gonna be the end of this video for literally. So if you guys enjoy for the GT1 for a little bit for this time in Fuji Motor Speedway. So it looks like pretty much sure to like and subscribe and click the bell. And that was everything is absolutely cleared around the circuit. But make sure it's absolutely pretty so cleared around for this one. So I'm gonna be talking you guys into our next video. But not so, and that is how that is good to be. Without going to get for flipping for around for this Porsche deadly vehicle as well. And that should be our deadliest race car ever. No, but not seriously, that I just did a very good job. But I'm gonna be until later on that I'm gonna be signing off, over and out.